to knock it down.
Unbelievable move. Rush hour handles supreme right there.
And the foul called to Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for Batum. Millsap comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for George. And it's Lowry in for John Wall.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
And here's Lowry following the three-pointer by Freak. And he gets it to go. And 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
The Prodigy passes to Russell. Here's the Prodigy, Lowry covering, and Leonard has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the Prodigy. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 14 points for Freak.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there. Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Leonard, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They trail by 1, and stolen by Russell. On up the court, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Lowry dishes to Bosh. To end the run. Here's Irving, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of this game.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lillard. The shot is off. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. The Prodigy, he's in at shooting guard. Randall out there with Griffin. Then it's Thompson, and it's Lillard in at the 1.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Here's the Prodigy. He's got 16. Out left to the wing. The shot by Lillard wide open. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has has been that leader today. I think he's done the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. he looked a little...
Now here is Lowry after Dwayne Wade's miss. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Vucevic. Paul George comes in for Chris Bosh. Anthony's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's John Wall in for Kyle Lowry. Here's the prodigy. Good on the three-point shot. The prodigy's got 19 points.
Wow, what a...
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And the basket by Wade.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Curry passes to the prodigy. Picked by Griffin. Here's the prodigy. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. It's a 3-point game outside Aldridge. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. The dish to Curry. Pass to the prodigy. Shot clock at 5. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Love check in for Dwayne Wade. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Blake Griffin. And James Harden subbed in for the prodigy. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Left side, George. Love with the screen for George. So the wing on the left. Love with the left. For the East, Pau Gasol is checked in for Batum. Millsap comes in for Anthony. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for George. And Irving subbed in for John Wall. The West also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Aldridge. The prodigy comes in for Davis, and it's Russell in for Steph Curry. Now, here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And here are the East All-Stars now.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here is Harden after Pau Gasol's bucket. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's the prodigy. He's got 23. Gets the three-pointer to fall. The prodigy's got 10 points in the quarter.
How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in form.
That's tipped. And here's Harden for 3. He caught it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. West All-Stars out in front. They lead by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Get ready for your All-Star Game.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
All out there with Irving. Then there's Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. They set the pick. And Wall kicks to Batum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Now here's Anthony. Following the miss by Freak.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Pick by Griffin. The pass to the prodigy. Launches it. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
They get a hand on it. Here's the prodigy.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And Wall. Here we go now. Can't connect from short range.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Irving kicks to Wall. Wall draws the double. On its way from Irving for 2, and it falls over the rim and in. Irving's got 15.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Passes it to the prodigy. He feeds it to Leonard. To the paint, here's the prodigy, and that one is stuffed right through.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Wall. He's got 5, can't get it to go.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here is Wall. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. George with the screen on Curry. Wall with another miss.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Leonard the pass to the prodigy. He kicks it to Davis. Here's the prodigy. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Throws it up high, and Griffin slams it in.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
That's good. 6 points for Paul George.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anthony. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Irving. And West also making a switch. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Leonard. Now here's Wall. He's got 5. Bosh, the screen. Curry against Wall. 5 on the clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Griffin with the steal. It's Curry with the drive. The shot's good from the prodigy.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And the East with some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Batum. Millsap comes in for George. And it's Lowry in for John Wall. Then for the West All-Stars, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Griffin. Harden comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Russell in for Curry. Now here is Lowry. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul. Timeout, East All-Stars. Get ready for your East All-Star dance pass.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Butler's got his first basket of the night. The Prodigy passes to Cousins. Here's the Prodigy, defended by Gasol. Here's the Prodigy, 43 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Russell dishes to Cousins. Here's the Prodigy. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Bosh, the screen. Millsap left side. Gasol attacking, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now, here is Harden.
Good. All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Lowry kicks to Millsap. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Move the ball.
On the wing, Harden.
Stick it too much.
Down low. Pass to Cousins. Wide open look. Here's the Prodigy. Russell with a wide open look. Nice shot from the wing.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Here's Bosh. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's the Prodigy. Screen by Cousins. Stolen by Bosh. 3 on 3. Here's Gasol. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Harden the pass to the Prodigy. He gets it up. He got it! Wow! He caught it!
My goodness.
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the board, Griffin is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Curry, and it's Harden in at the small forward. Anthony. That drop. All-Stars.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And he nails the three. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from the Prodigy.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now here's Wall. The shot is off.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Leonard, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Leonard's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. And George kicks to Batum. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Feeds to Griffin. Here's the Prodigy. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. The Prodigy's got 52 points.
Timeout East All-Stars. Get ready for your East.
And the East with some changes. Checked in for Batum. Love comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for John Wall. The West also making some changes. Randall's checked in for Leonard. Thompson comes in for James Harden. And it's Paul in for Curry. Here's Vucevic. No luck. Great D that time from Griffin. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to the Prodigy. To the left wing. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. That's a 2 from Paul. Love grabs the board. Irving against Paul. Here's George. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul. George.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Wall's checked in. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the West. And both free throws good for Paul George. And the West All-Stars have possession. Paul passes to the Prodigy. Picked by Randall. Here's the Prodigy.
Sticking too much.
Paul dishes to Davis. And there's the pass to the Prodigy. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Randall. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Vucevic a screen on Paul. Wall attacking. Look from Love. Rebounded by the Prodigy. The Prodigy's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Now here's Paul. Passes it to the Prodigy. Here's Randall. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. from the baseline. It's rebounded by the West. Pass to the Prodigy. Dishes it to Thompson. And the three ball is good.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
Now here's Wall. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And the East with some changes. Millsap comes in for George, and it's Butler in for John Wall. And West also making a switch. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Paul with the ball. Now the pass to the Prodigy. Picked by Randall. Cousins with a screen on Irving. It's tipped. Millsap with the steal. Love outside. To the middle. And stolen by Cousins. Paul passes to the Prodigy. Randall with the ball. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Paul kicks to Cousins. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Now here's Irving. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Irving's got 20.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Randall, a screen on Butler. Here's the Prodigy, just 5 on the clock. And there's the feed to Cousins. Lets it go from 14, and he gets it to go.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Vucevic setting the pick for Irving. Down low, hangs in the air, and Vucevic with the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's the Prodigy to the inside, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Butler attacking, and the foul called on Free. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pau Gasol is checked in for the East. Wade comes in for Kevin Love. And West also making a switch. Lillard's checked in. Here's Irving. Over in the corner, Gasol. The shot no good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Passes to the Prodigy. He dishes it to Cousins. On the wing, Thompson. Prodigy, and he slams it one-handed.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Over in the corner, Lillard.
Sticking too much.
Pass to the Prodigy. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. The Prodigy's got 57 points.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Jacks up a 3. No good there. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our all-star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
Can you say freak-alicious? Watching this guy all season, I think most of us were expecting him to go off. He did not disappoint. It's a tremendous honor to be named MVP of the All-Star Game. Big-time career underway for this young man.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's